I'm Noel Lateef, President of the Foreign Policy Association, and I want to welcome you to this very special evening. Let me begin by acknowledging our highly esteemed partners, the Honorable Phyllis Yaffe, Consul General of Canada in New York, the Honorable, I guess in UN speak, His Excellency, the Canadian Ambassador to the United Nations, Marc-André Blanchard. The Honorable Jean-Claude Lauzon, Delegate General of Quebec in New York. Her Excellency Kathleen Bogier, the Permanent Representative of Hungary to the United Nations. And I think I'm going to stop there because I could go on and on. When Prime Minister Gordon Brown delivered a lecture last year in our forum and was told that we were turning 100 in 2018, he responded by saying, "The experience in the UK with institutions was that the first 500 years were the toughest." Nevertheless, we are pleased to have made it to 100, and it wouldn't have been possible to get here without our chairman, Dame Gillian Sackler, and our extraordinary board of directors. And I would like to ask our directors to stand and be recognized. Don't be shy. Elbryn Kimmelman, Joe Ficalora, Terry Checchi, Peter Scaturo, Hugh Rome, Nadia Malik, Hillary Cecil Jordan, Doug Paul, Alex Laurie, Bob Miller. 100 years ago in New York City, the founders of the Foreign Policy Association came together with a clear mission. They believed from firsthand experience of the horrors of the First World War that more progress is made by attacking problems rather than attacking people. That challenging situations in world affairs get resolved by responsible leadership. That when our neighbors do well, we do well. And that our common humanity and the triumph of the human spirit over adversity are what bind us together on this small planet immersed in the dark void of space. Just as many candles can be kindled from one candle without diminishing it, so culture is an infinite and renewable source of inspiration. George Kennan, perhaps America's foremost diplomat, observed, "The world of art and the spirit has a symbolic value in international life. It is a fact that in the creation of beauty and in the great monumental works of the intellect, and these alone, human beings have been able to find an unfailing bridge between nations." In his new book, A Different Kind of Animal, the anthropologist Robert Boyd argues that culture, our ability to learn from one another, has been the essential ingredient of our progress. This evening, we launch our celebration of FPA's centennial by celebrating two individuals whose dazzling creativity will be on display next month with the production of Wagner's Parsifal at the Metropolitan Opera. Yannick Nézet-Séguin has been described by our own very discerning honorary board member, Norton Belknap, as one of the greatest living music conductors in the world today. François Girard has demonstrated his extraordinary talent in many media and has found great acclaim in the world of opera. I should add that his extraordinary sister, Françoise Girard, is with us this evening. Françoise will participate on our centennial panel, moderated by Ambassador Bogier, who is, as I said, also with us this evening. The panel will take up the topic of the critical role of women in economic and social development. And that will take place on February 15th at the University Club. Now I must thank Sana Sabag for making this evening possible. Sana is a director of both the Foreign Policy Association and the Metropolitan Opera. She is a Renaissance woman who has established a remarkable lecture series at FPA in honor of her late father. The Hasib Sabag Distinguished Lecture Series on Diplomacy has brought such statesmen to the FPA Forum as Senator George Mitchell, Secretary of State James Baker, Prince Philip of Liechtenstein, and Ambassador François Delattre, permanent representative of France to the United Nations. Sana is a great booster of the United States, having lived here since she graduated from Harvard University. Her philanthropic endeavors in this country, in the arts and in education, are legion. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to invite Sana Sabag to make remarks.